Come closer. The Hollow has something for you tonight. The walls are listening. The wind knows your name. And something behind the faded wallpaper is humming, waiting, like it remembers you. Here, where memory slips like mist between the floorboards, something stirs, not to frighten you, only to remind you that the shadows keep their own kind of lullabies. If your breath slows and the dark feels safe, follow my voice and subscribe. And comment the time, where in the world you are. Now dim the lights, perhaps light a candle, and drift with me into the story. You arrive just before dusk, dragging a suitcase that doesn't quite feel like yours, up the gravel path of a house that most forgot it was left to you, they said. Some distant aunt. A legal formality. No one else wanted it. No one else even remembered her name. You didn't either. But something in the letter, in the handwriting, that curled like smoke, called to you. The house stands at the edge of a tree-strangled hill. Windows tall and thin, like eyes that forgot how to blink. Paint peeled into curls, as though the house had tried to shed its own skin. You expect silence when you enter, but no. The moment the key turns and the door swings wide on its wheezing hinge, you hear it, a melody, so faint it could be wind, but not quite, too deliberate, too slow, a woman's voice, wordless, distant, as though singing from inside a sealed box. You pause, not frightened, not yet, just caught, drawn. You call out, a soft hello, but your voice dies like smoke in the hallway. You walk forward, suitcase trailing, and the melody recedes, step by step, always just one room further. The hallway has no lights, only a narrow strip of dying gold from the window behind you. The floorboards sigh beneath your steps, long, exhausted breaths, each room you pass has its own scent, lavender and rust, wax and wood smoke. Something sweeter near the stairs, almost like syrup or rot. You follow the sound through the parlor, past dust-covered books stacked like monuments to forgotten thoughts, through the kitchen, where teacups still hang from hooks, and into a hallway so narrow you turn your shoulders sideways, to pass, at the end, a door, shut tight, and silence. The melody stops, but behind the silence, you feel it, still there, still waiting. Just behind the wood grain, you press your hand to the door. It's cold, but not lifeless. There's a pulse, almost imperceptible, like breath in reverse. Then, a creak from behind. You turn. Nothing. The house is empty, and yet it doesn't feel alone. That night, you sleep upstairs, wrapped in blankets that smell faintly of mothballs and lavender. You think you dream, but it doesn't feel like one. You're in the house, but the layout is wrong. Everything shifts when you turn corners. Stairs curve in impossible loops, and doors appear where they shouldn't. The melody is louder now, echoing not in your ears, but in your ribs, in your teeth. You wake before dawn, but only just. The house hums beneath you, not loud, not cruel, like something buried, remembering its song the next morning. The melody is gone. You tell yourself it was a dream. Maybe you even believe it. For a while, you spend the day exploring, slowly, carefully, as though the house might flinch if you open the wrong door too quickly. It's larger than it looked from outside. Each room feels like a pocket of stillness, frozen mid-thought. A rocking chair by a window still sways. The next morning, light slips strangely through the curtains, not like sunrise, more like candlelight, reflected in water. You rise slowly, every muscle humming, not from effort, but from echo. The house feels taller somehow, or you feel smaller. Either way, the proportions have shifted. Subtly, deliberately, you dress without thinking. The mirror fogs slightly as you pass. Though you haven't bathed, haven't breathed near it, you avoid it. Downstairs, the kitchen is colder than yesterday. You try the switch. Nothing. The lights remain silent. You crack the window for air. And the breeze that enters smells like lavender and old music and something else, dust and teeth. You turn. The door to the hallway is slightly open. It wasn't before. The melody isn't playing, but you feel its memory on your skin. Like it sang you into the next room. Without sound you step through. The hallway is longer than it was yesterday. The floorboards are darker. No, older. And the wallpaper wasn't that blue before. You keep walking. There are more doors now. Each one closed. Each with a handle carved in a different shape. One is a crow. One a thorny vine. One, a hand, too small, childlike. You pause at that one. Something inside breathes once, then goes still. You don't open it. Not yet. The stairs seem steeper. You grip the railing, though it feels wrong in your hand, colder than wood. Like bone that forgot how to be warm. Upstairs, the rooms are rearranged. The guest bedroom, the one with the green curtains, now has no windows at all. Just a blank wall where light used to fall. You open the closet. No clothes. Only a chair facing the back wall. And on that wall, a line of music notation, scrawled in red crayon, as if drawn by a child. You don't recognize the notes, but your mouth begins to hum them, quietly, unconsciously, until you catch yourself. You bite your lip. Back away. The chair creaks, but no one sitting in it. You try the next room, the study. It's still there, but not how you left it. The books are reordered, alphabetical. No. Chronological. No. You notice something. All the titles now begin with H. You scan the spines. Hunger. Her. How we fell into the walls. Hummingbird bone. He is not you. You stop at that one. Pull it from the shelf. It opens to the middle. On its own, no text. Just a drawing. A line sketch in faded ink. A figure. Head down, standing inside a narrow room. No windows, no doors. The walls are made of sheet music. The figure's mouth is open, and from it spills a tangled ribbon of notes. Wrapping around its throat, you blink. The image blurs. Now, the figure is facing forward. Its eyes, your eyes. You drop the book. It lands spine up. From it, a note, handwritten, falls to the floor. It reads, "You've been here before." That night, the melody returns, but not as a hum. This time, it's inside the walls, not behind them. Inside, it echoes, not as music, but as architecture. Rooms breathe in time with it. You feel it in the door frames, in the slant of the ceiling. You sit at the top of the stairs and listen. The humming stops, then resumes. But now, the layout of the house has changed again. You see it from here. The hallway below is wrong. An extra turn, a corner that shouldn't be. And at the end, a new in the room has a yellow cast, not from the sun, but from something older, like a candle burned down to waxy memory. The window is open. You didn't open it. The breeze that enters is warm and wet, as if it passed through someone else before reaching you. You dress slowly, every movement watched by the silence. The melody has not returned, but its absence hums louder than its presence ever did. You descend the stairs. The boards beneath your feet feel spongy now, like skin too long submerged. In the hallway, the light flickers, but there's no bulb above. The source is uncertain. You walk past the study, past the parlor, drawn now by something else. A draft from above, the attic. You hadn't planned to go there, but the cord hangs down now, low, swaying slightly, as if recently touched. You pull it. The attic door yawns open. Dust falls like falling ash. You climb the narrow steps. Each one groans differently. Each one sings soft, wood-hollow notes. A warped scale, wrong, but melodic. At the top, the attic stretches wider than a house should allow. Boxes line the walls like coffins, pretending to be furniture, old trucks, each sealed with string and wax. A rocking horse, head turned as though mid-whisper, and in the far corner, the painting, large, framed in black wood that looks scorched. The canvas is frayed at the corners, warped by time and water and worse, but the figure stands clear. A woman, Victorian dress. One hand clutching a music sheet, the other hand behind her. Back, but her face is gone, scraped away. The canvas torn and gouged. Again, and again, and again, you lean closer. Faint marks remain, not features, but impressions, like something once smiled there, or screamed, you can't tell. A chill wraps your legs, not air, but shadow. You glance down. The rocking horse is now facing you. You didn't hear it move. You look back to the painting. The music sheet in her hand has changed. The notes are sharper now, carved, not painted, and the bars twist upward like they're reaching, like they're trying to climb off the canvas and into the air. You step back. Something crunches beneath your foot. A shard of mirror, just one. No frame, no source. You hold it up. The reflection you see is yours, but not now. You're younger, much younger. A child, holding a recorder, humming. You drop the shard. It doesn't break. It sings a single, crystalline note, and the melody returns from behind the wall, low, wet, almost weeping. Back downstairs, the house is darker. Time has folded. You don't remember what hour it is. What day? The light outside has no source, just a pale, golden haze. You eat something. You think bread, cold tea. The taste is flat. You walk through the parlor again. But now, a sheet has been draped over the furniture. You didn't do that. There's a chair in the corner, covered too, but something underneath it shifts. Just as you pass, you don't stop. You return to the hallway, looking for the painting, but it isn't in the attic anymore. It's now at the base of the stairs, hung where the mirror once was. The figure's body remains, but the face is slowly reappearing. One eye, a cheekbone, half a mouth, not painted, reflected. The face is yours. You sit on the floor. You don't remember deciding to. Your hands hum. Your teeth vibrate. You press your palms to the wood. It's warm now, almost feverish. Something beneath you is singing. No melody, no voice, just vibration. Pulse. You crawl forward, palms against the floor, following the hum. It leads you to the far end of the hallway, near the door with no handle, the warped one. The day breaks slowly, not with sunlight, but with the sound of something rocking. You lie in bed listening. Not wind, not the house shifting, but a rhythm, soft, wooden, like a chair being pushed gently. Back and forth, back and forth. You rise. The floorboards feel different today. Softer, almost hollow in places. The sound draws you toward the parlor. Each step more muffled when you reach the rug. The sound stops. You peel it back. Underneath, an old trapdoor. You're sure it wasn't there before. No latch, just a ring of iron. Cold, heavy, embedded in the wood. You hesitate. Then, slowly, you pull. The door opens on silent hinges, revealing a short staircase. Steep and crooked, darkness breathes out. Musty, old, but not abandoned. You light a candle, descend. The air grows warmer the deeper you go. Below, a small room, no larger than a closet. Stone walls, a low ceiling, dust hangs thick like mist, and in the center, a cradle, old, worn, rocking gently, though no breeze touches it. You step closer. Inside, nothing, no blankets, no doll. but the shape of something remains, a dip in the mattress. Small, recent, as though a child had just been laid there and left. You reach for it, but before your fingers touch the wood, a sharp noise, not from below, from above. Footsteps in your room. You climb back up, fast. Breath caught halfway between ribs and throat. When you reach the top, the house is silent again, but the window in your bedroom is wide open, the sheets disturbed, as though someone sat there, waiting for you to return. You close the window, lock it, and as you turn, you hear the cradle still rocking beneath the floor, faster now, like something's waking up. That night, the melody returns, but it's different, higher, faster, childlike. You walk the house by candlelight. The walls breathe again, their exhale soft and rhythmic, matching the cradle's movement. In the parlor, the painting is gone. In its place, a drawing, crude, child's. And the woman, tall and dark, holding the hand of a smaller figure. The child's face is scribbled out. Above the image, a single word. Listen. You find the cradle room again. The door is shut this time. Locked, you press your ear to the floor. The melody rises, and in between the notes, a voice. Small, breathy, singing something wordless. You hum along, only for a moment, and in return, the door below clicks open. Inside, the cradle is still, but the air hums, louder. Now, on the far wall, something is written in chalk. She sings when we forget. Below it, a child's handprint, small, still damp. You touch it and feel cold fingers press back, only for a moment, then gone. You dream again. You are the cradle, your body hollow, swaying, and inside you, a hum, not yours, something, old, lonely, patient. You wake crying, but not from your own tears, from someone else's, still echoing in your ears. The melody that follows is different now. Not lullaby, not warning, but invitation. Morning never fully comes, just a dull gray that seeps into the house like watered-down ink. You feel it in your bones. A day made of waiting. Nothing stirs, not the wind, not the rooms, not even the hum. Silence presses against the walls like wet cloth. You drift room to room, candle in hand, following nothing, until you enter the study, and there, on the desk, sits an object that wasn't there before. A tape recorder, old, heavy, steel and leather, with cracked buttons and frayed wires, dustless, like it arrived. Now, you don't touch it. Not at first, just stare. Then, click, it plays, on its own. The reel turns, slow and dragging. From it, a melody creeps out. A lullaby, sweet and fractured, distorted by age, but clear enough to recognize. Your body does, not your mind. But your ribs, your jaw, your hands, they all remember. They hum along before you can stop them. Your voice joins, and the recorder echoes back a second voice. Yours, but not. Slower, lower, wrong. You shut it off, but the humming continues. From behind you, you turn. Nothing. You check. The mirror in the hall, and there, your reflection stands. Lips moving, but you are silent. The reflection hums, the same tune, and in its hand, the tape recorder. You retreat upstairs. The rooms twist again, subtly. Your bedroom door is now on the left, not the right. You feel it before. You notice it, the shift, the whisper of architecture. Dreaming, you open the door, and there, on the dresser, the tape recorder, waiting. You don't remember carrying it, but you must have. Right, you sit on the bed, staring at it, then press play. This time, there are words. Soft, female, not sung. Whispered, through static, she said, "Don't forget the sound of your own name." The tape ends. You rewind it. "Play again," she said. "Don't forget." But this time, it says something else. The walls remember where you slept. You rewind again. Now the voice laughs. Soft, almost kind. You never left. The tape stops. You sit frozen, not in fear. In recognition, something inside you shifts. Like a door opening, but facing inward. You sleep without deciding to. The recorder plays. As you dream, each loop changes the message. You hear fragments, names, dates, cries. You hear yourself as a child singing the lullaby, your mother's voice, maybe, or someone who called herself that, whispering. She's still in the walls, still listening. You wake with the tape curled around your fingers, a single line written in ink across it. Play me when you're alone. You are. You always were. You press play, and the recorder doesn't hum. It breathes a long, shuddering breath and says, "Come down." The hallway mirror waits for you. Same frame, same cracks, but something about it has deepened. Its glass is darker now, like it's been coated in soot from the inside. You approach slowly. The reflection greets you. It moves, almost. In sync, almost. You raise your hand. It follows. A heartbeat behind. You tilt your head. It mimics. Late again. Too late to be coincidence. Too perfect to be accident. You speak. Hello. The mouth in the mirror opens, but the voice that replies does not come from your throat. Don't speak unless you want to remember. You blink, and the mirror catches up. Just then, a whisper follows, not from the mirror, but from behind it, within the wall, the familiar hum, rising, not the lullaby, not quite. A variation, darker, twisting, like a song. Remembered in grief, you move through the house, avoiding reflections, but they find you anyway. Glass on the cabinet door, the silver spoon in the drawer. A puddle on the floor you don't recall spilling. Each one shows you, but slower, each one slightly behind, and sometimes not you at all. A version, close, but eyes too wide or too calm. A version of you who never left or never entered. You find yourself humming again, the same tune from the recorder. And just as you catch yourself, the mirror hums. Back from within, you return to the hallway. The mirror is still there, but now something stands behind you. In the reflection, a shadow, long, still, no face. You turn, nothing. You look back, gone, but the mirror's glass has fogged. One breath mark, not yours. That night, you cover the mirrors, all of them, sheets, towels, curtains. Your own coat. The house seems to approve. It creaks softer now, moves slower. You light a single candle, sit in the study. The tape recorder is gone. In its place, a page, handwritten. Musical notation again. You hum the first bar, and from upstairs, a voice repeats it. Then silence. You climb the stairs, slowly, each step a ritual, each one softer than the last. The upstairs mirror is uncovered. You forgot that one. You stand before it, stare, and this time, it doesn't move at all, not delayed, just still. Your reflection stands, lips closed, eyes wide, unblinking, and then slowly, it begins to hum. You do not. You speak. What do you want? The reflection opens its mouth, and from it, the same voice from the recorder, to be remembered. The mirror's surface ripples like water. Your face warps, twists, merges with another. A woman, eyes dark, hair long, face unfinished. You, but not. You reach out, and the glass is warm, alive. Your fingers sink in slightly. You pull back. Your skin is darker now, like smudged ink. The hum resumes, behind you, below, every wall. Echoes it. The whole house has become an instrument, and you are the only string left to pluck. You sit before the mirror. It hums. You listen, and for the first time, you recognize the tune. It's not a lullaby. It's your name. Stretched, distorted, but there. A name you don't remember choosing, but one the house never forgot. The day begins with paper scattered across the floor like fallen leaves. You find them in the hallway first. Torn pages, yellowed and soft, as if aged in breath instead of time. Each sheet marked with music, not printed, handwritten, same. Ink, same hand, and across each bar, strange symbols between the notes. Not letters, not language, but shapes that repeat. Eyes, open mouths, hands without fingers. You follow the trail. Dot up through the parlor, up the stairs, into the guest room, where the curtains are now gone, replaced with strips of sheet music fluttering in the still air. One bar catches your eye. You know it, not from memory, but from inside. Dot dot it hums softly as you read it, and behind the music, a face begins to emerge. At first, it's suggestion, shadows between the bars, a twist in the lines. The curve of a cleft doubling as a jawline. You blink, and now she's there, drawn in the music, the woman from the painting. No eyes, but the space for them. No mouth. But the shape of sound. You touch the page. It pulses like skin. You pull your hand back, but the sheet curls around your wrist, clings like wet fabric, and from behind you, a voice sings one note, high, clear, lonely. You turn, nothing. Just your own shadow, cast on the wall, but it, too, has no face. You gather the pages, stack them, 32 in total. You arrange them on the floor, and they form something larger, a mural, her. Full-bodied now, arms outstretched, hands open, 1 foot slightly lifted, as if mid-step. She is walking toward you. The melody rises again, but not from the walls, from the pages. They hum, each note vibrating. And her eyes, now drawn in full, follow you as you circle. She is looking, seeing, remembering. You feel it, not as fear, but as history, returning. That night, the pages are gone, all of them, but the hum continues, higher now, more desperate. You search the house, room to room, until you reach the attic. The painting has returned, but now the canvas is paper, sheets layered and stitched, and she's fully rendered, her face complete. But wrong, because it is yours, a perfect mirror, but older, eyes hollow, mouth ajar, like mid-hum, mid-breath, mid-moment of remembering. You fall to your knees, not from fear, from familiarity. You have painted this before, hummed this before. You were the music all along. The house is darker today, not from absence of light, but from the presence of shadow. Each corner stretches deeper. Each doorway takes longer to cross. You wait with ink on your fingers. Black smudged. The scent of old paper clings to your skin. You didn't dream. You're sure of it. But the sensation in your chest, the echo of a memory, it doesn't belong to you. Not entirely. In the kitchen, the light flickers again, but there's no bulb. You stare into the place. The hum usually comes from nothing. Silence today, but not absence. Waiting. You step through the back door, out into the cold gray. Fog hangs heavy, thick, wet, still. The garden path curves, but not the way you remember. A new trail leading not into the orchard, but toward the tool shed. You never noticed it before. Small, lopsided, wood bleached by time. You step inside. It's empty, except for the door in the floor. No latch. Just wood and music, faint, submerged. You lift it. Stairs. Descend into soil, carved out like veins through earth. No walls, just dirt. Packed, breathing. You follow. At the bottom, a chamber. No larger than a child's room. Earthen walls, the scent of rot and lavender. And in the corner, a cot. Small, wooden, cracked, blankets torn. A music box rests on the ground beside it, still open, the tune playing. Is familiar to familiar, the same melody from the recorder, the sheets, the portrait, your hum. You kneel, pick up the box. Inside, a figure spins, a woman dressed in black, holding a child, the child's face missing, scraped off. You blink. Now the woman holds nothing, her arms empty, still turning, still humming. The tune falters. You close the lid, and the hum begins behind you, from within the wall. You turn. There is no wall, only earth, but a crack appears, slowly splitting downward, and behind it, an eye wide, unblinking, watching. You do not scream. You kneel again, press your ear to the ground, and a voice speaks through soil. You left her. You staggered back to the house. Hands muddy, heart wrong. You do not remember. Leaving anyone. You were the child, weren't you? Or were you the mother? Or both? The lines blur. The mirror in the hallway now shows two of you. One turned, one facing forward. Both humming, different tunes. You go to the attic. The canvas is gone. In its place, a wall of drawings, scrawled in chalk. The same figure, over and over. A child behind a wall, singing, mouth open, eyes closed. One line below them all. I remember your voice. That night, you dream, but not your own dream. You are inside someone else's head, small, afraid, trapped, behind stone, behind wood, your hands bloodied from knocking. No one comes. You hum to stay awake, to keep from forgetting your name, and above you, faintly, someone walks the floor, heavy steps, then music, not a lullaby, a funeral march. You wake screaming, but your mouth is closed, your voice stays behind. Still humming, still inside the dream. You rise slowly, not from sleep, from something deeper, a layer beneath dreaming. The hum is constant now, not loud, but present, like the beat of your own pulse, echoing through the wood. The hallway stretches again, wider, wetter, as though the walls have begun to soften, swell. With memory, you pass the mirror. It no longer reflects you, only her, the woman, face calm, eyes open, lips still, waiting. The door with no handle is ahead, warped, tall, slick with condensation. You step toward it, each footfall softened by the hum. And in your hand, though you don't remember picking it up, the tape recorder, still spinning, still playing. But the voice has changed. Now it speaks in fragments. She is behind. Don't turn. Never turned. The door breathes. In, out. You press your palm to the wood. It sinks slightly, soft as skin. You whisper, I remember. And the door exhales, then opens. The air inside is thick, sweet and metallic. No light source, but you see, the room is circular. Stone, no windows. No ceiling, just darkness spiraling upward. And in the center, a chair, wooden, small, not facing you. A child sits in it, still. Hair matted, hands folded, you approach. Slowly, every step a confession. You know this room, or something inside you does. You've been here, maybe long ago, maybe never. The child does not turn, but she hums the same melody. Your melody, you kneel beside her. But she has no face, not yet. Just smooth skin, where features should be, you whisper. I'm sorry. She pauses, then hums again. The tape recorder cuts in, loud now, close to your ear. She was always in the walls. You just stopped listening. The child rises. And now she has eyes, yours, but younger, older and timeless. She touches your face, and the hum stops. The silence is thunderous. Inside it, a voice, not hers, yours, from somewhere above, or below, or within. Let me out. The room twists. Walls ripple. A door appears behind you. Wooden, closed, but you didn't enter from there. You back toward it. The child watches, still humming, but silently now. Mouth open. No sound. You reach the door. Open it, and behind it you see yourself, standing, still, mouth humming, eyes wide, arms out, waiting, as if you've returned to where you began. As if you never left, and as the other you reaches forward, touches your hand, you feel the final note vibrate through your teeth. The room folds, the hum collapses, and everything goes still. You do not wake. You are Eve, standing in the same hallway, but it is no longer the same. Everything feels inverted. Light pours from the cracks in the floorboards. A pale, watery light that moves like breath. The walls shimmer faintly, as though layered in glass or ice. Every surface hums now. No melody, just vibration. Like a note held too long, you walk, not by choice. By rhythm, your steps match the pulse in the walls. At the end of the corridor stands a mirror, but not one you recognize. This one is tall, arched, its frame made of intertwined shapes, bones, roots, strings. Your reflection waits, but it doesn't move. Not delayed, not misaligned. Still, dead still, until it smiles. You don't. It opens its mouth. You don't, but you hear the voice. She gave you her song. Then your own lips part, without willing them to, and the melody spills out. Uncontrolled, unfamiliar, yet yours, you. Raise your hands to stop it, but your limbs do not obey. The song continues. The walls respond, a low chorus of wood and whisper. Air and time, the house is singing back. The mirror's glass ripples again, and from it, she emerges. Not the woman, not the child, not exactly. A version of you, composed of melody and memory. She steps forward, and as she does, you step back into yourself, or out of it. Hard to say. She places her hands on your shoulders. Her fingers are yours. But colder, she leans close and whispers in your ear. Now you will listen. Forever, you open your mouth to speak, but the sound that escapes is not yours, not just yours. A harmony. Multiple tones layered over one another. You hear yourself and someone else. Someone forgotten. Someone buried in the walls. You collapse to your knees. The house breathes in, then holds it. And with that stillness, you understand you were never the visitor. You were the echo. You were always the voice behind the melody. Now complete, now joined, now hers. The walls thrum with quiet satisfaction. You rise, walk through the mirror, and on the other side, you are home. The mirror closes softly behind you. The hum fades into the distance. Not gone, only quieted. A long, deep exhale beneath the world. And you are safe, not whole, but accepted. The house remembers you now. As a note returned to its chord, let the breath slow. Let your limbs loosen. Like paper dissolving in water, the world beyond the walls will wait. Here, inside this hush, inside this lingering chord, you are not alone. You are a harmony. A lullaby that plays just beneath waking. So rest, sink back into your body, into the warmth behind your eyes, into the stillness between heartbeats. The house has stopped humming. For now, the tale has ended. Now sleep, if you can. I'll be just beyond the veil, listening.